The girl is changing in the toilet. An evil eye peeks through the gouged-out hole. Soon, she also felt someone peeping. Then she noticed a hole below her. The girl slowly looked over. The boy saw that he had been discovered. He ran away immediately. Jae-in vowed to catch this scum. At that moment, Lee-in, who was on the phone, was just passing by. He collided with the peeping Tom. Fingertips touched. Jae-in's image of being spied on came into his mind. Lee-in is a psychic. He can read people's memories instantly. Just now, he also assisted the coroner in the autopsy room to read the images of the deceased's body. A man-made fire revealed a few special numbers. Comparison shows that these numbers are just the size of the victim's underwear. With his current ability, he can't see the entire crime scene. That's when Jae-in came out after him. She took Lee-in for the peeping Tom from before. Lee-in was puzzled, remembering the image that just appeared in his mind. He finally realized what the problem was, but no matter how he explains it, Jae-in didn't believe him. Then he kicked Lee-in. When they touched, Lee-in instantly sensed Jae-in's past. He didn't realize that Jae-in's life hasn't been good since she was a child. She was often bullied by her classmates. In the end, Lee-in was brought back to the police station. He's a celebrity of his generation. The police were very impressed with him. Since he was a student, he was always fighting and causing trouble. He was almost sent to a juvenile detention center. Luckily, he knew a detective named Ji-soo. The two of them often worked together on cases. Lee-in was released on bail. When he came back to school, he was targeted by Jae-in, who just transferred to the school. Before Lee-in could explain, he was called away by the math teacher. It turns out that Lee-in's grades suddenly shot up from the bottom of the class to the 15th. This would never happen unless a genius was possessed. The day before the exam, we found out from the security cameras, Lee-in sneaked into the faculty office to get the exam questions in advance. That's the reason why his test scores soared. But the truth is, Lee-in learned the answers of the students in front of him through his sensory abilities. No matter what, he's gonna get his parents called to school. But Lee-in is an orphan. Go back 11 years. Her parents died in a fire. The surviving Lee-in was found. A young man named Kang Seong-mo. He smashed through the glass. To the shocked eyes of the people downstairs, he jumped from the building with Lee-in in his arms. Luckily, they didn't lose their lives. 11 years later, Kang Seong-mo became a prosecutor. He never gave up on the Wing Shing apartment fire case. In that fire, not only did Lee-in lose his parents, his mother also lost her life. Now, Hammond Nursing Home has another fire. Most of the victims died of asphyxiation, but 3 women died of stab wounds to the abdomen. This is very similar to the Wing Shing apartment case. Through Lee-in's senses, though all we see are women's underwear sizes, but in all the fragments, a woman wearing a ring is the key to solving the case. Next, the police found a witness, Kim Kap-young. Kim Kap-young said he was on his way to collect client information. Through the glass of the ward door, he saw a crazy woman stabbing a patient with a knife. Then she filled the room with gasoline and lit a lighter, and then she burned herself in the fire. That's how the case unfolded. When the police were about to close the case, Ji-soo thought it was too hasty, even though there were eyewitnesses. But there was no woman with a ring among the bodies at the scene, so the case needs further investigation. But she can't say that she learned about it through Lee-in's senses. That's where Ji-soo has a problem. In the end, in order to eliminate public opinion, Kang Seong-mo announced the result of the investigation. At that moment, Lee-in didn't feel like going to class. Looking at the information on her cell phone about the fire at Wing Shing apartment, Lee-in recalled the situation at that time. He and his parents were trapped in the elevator. Kang Seong-mo found them. Then, apartment security arrived at the scene. After rescuing Lee-in from the elevator, the rope holding the elevator broke. The elevator plummeted. Lee-in became an orphan. At the same time, Jae-in, who had just transferred to another school, was once again ostracized by her classmates. Because of his special status, she's been transferring since she was a student. Now her background has been uncovered. She can only go to the rooftop alone to vent her pain. Because through police investigation, the arsonist in the Wing Shing apartment case was the security guard of the apartment, and her father, Tae-woo, with the title of daughter of the arsonist and murderer. Jae-in has been living in hiding all these years. After adjusting her mood, she looked out from the school building. The now unoccupied Wing Shing apartment is right in front of her. In fact, when the building was on fire, she was one of the people downstairs. She even witnessed Kang Seong-mo jumping from the building with Lee-in in his arms. But she didn't realize that the murderer was his father. At that moment, Lee-in, who was also on the rooftop, jumped out. Fate tied them together like a joke. And the fire at that time, in addition to the loss of Lee-in's parents, it also gave him the superpower of sensing. Whenever he touches someone or something, he can sense the images that remain on them. Thinking back to his parents, Lee-in wept bitterly. At that moment, a girl ran over to him in a hurry. She dropped her shoe and didn't care. Lee-in picked it up. With the touch of his finger, a sensory image appeared. but at that moment, he didn't know what he was capable of. The pain in his brain made him give up the sensors. The arsonist in the Wing Xing apartment case has been arrested by the police. He turned around. He found his daughter staring blankly at all this. She couldn't believe her kind-hearted father was the murderer. She couldn't accept a life alone in the future. Turning back from the police station, she accidentally bumped into Lian from earlier. This was their first encounter. Lian didn't get angry because her relics were bumped into. Instead, she offered her favorite candy to comfort Jae-in. 11 years later, they meet again. However, neither of them knows the identity of the other. When they returned to the classroom, the teacher started praising Jae-in's grades, and then he started to talk down on students from single-parent families. It's obvious that he's trying to target Lian, but it also stung Jae-in. She hates it when people talk about her family's background. Then Jae-in started to argue against the teacher, saying that it's too much to assume that Lian did it based on just one security camera video. However, the teacher said that the best way to prove that Lian didn't do it is to find the student who actually broke into the office. That way, Lian will be cleared of any wrongdoing. Jae-in said that if she finds the person who broke into the office, she'll ask the teacher to apologize right there. Otherwise, she would voluntarily withdraw from the program. That night, after everyone left the school, Lian quietly appeared alone in the office. He wanted to find the evidence before tomorrow. As his finger touched the combination lock, the image of all the teachers pressing the code when they opened the door appeared. However, he couldn't make out a few of the numbers. As he tried again, Jae-in suddenly appeared. Jae-in easily cracked the lock as Lian looked on in shock. Jae-in guessed that the code was the anniversary of the founding of the school, but it worked right away. After entering the room, they started looking for evidence. In one of the drawers, Jae-in found a pornographic magazine that the students had turned in. No sooner had Lian taken the magazine out than the drawer was slammed shut. The drawer was immediately closed. At that moment, a sensory image appeared. It turned out to be a girl who broke into the open drawer of the faculty office. She took out a makeup bag inside. Inside was a pregnancy test. Lian's nose bleeds because of her overdose, although they didn't find any evidence. But Jae-in discovered a shocking secret. When the school security guards came to patrol, they had to hide behind a mirror in order not to be discovered by the security guards. Lian reminded Jae-in of his outstretched foot. She had no choice but to pull Jae-in in front of her. The moment they touched, a mysterious number appeared in her mind. It's a secret that she hides deep inside her heart. For Lian, his super senses can't just be exposed, so he made up an excuse. When Jae-in was returning home, she was followed by a man. The man was Kang Sang-mo, who had been sponsoring her studies. Coincidentally, Jae-in rented an apartment across the street from Kang Sang-mo. Kang Sang-mo not only helped Jae-in, but also took in Lian, who was an orphan. They lived together as brothers. The next day, Lian found his best friend. In order to find the girl who broke into the office, he came up with an idea. Then he rang the alarm bell. Then the whole school ran out of the building. Lian could find out who broke into the faculty office by touching every passing girl with his senses. And this touch also showed him the secrets of many people. Because there are too many of them, his body couldn't hold on much longer. Rolling eyes and nosebleeds eventually sent him tumbling down the steps. It seems that this bold idea failed after all. Only 3 people in the whole grade didn't make it out. One was Lian's best friend, Tai Feng. Another was Su Young, the class flower, and the last one is Jae-in. In fact, the 2 girls have known each other for a long time. Su Young's father was the one who thought Tai Hwa was the murderer. That's why there was a gap between them. Then Su Young called Jae-in out. She told Jae-in that she was the one who broke into the office because there was evidence of her pregnancy in that bag. She didn't want the whole school to know about it, so she stole the pregnancy test. However, Jae-in will face 2 problems. One is to tell Su Young that she's pregnant and have her reputation ruined. The other is to quit school to protect him. At the same time, Lian also asked the teacher about the makeup bag. The teacher didn't want to talk about it. However, Lian threatened the teacher by saying that she always borrows cigarettes from her students. The teacher was furious. When both sides touched each other, memories flashed back. The teacher saw a girl in the corner holding a pregnancy test. When she saw the teacher coming, Su Young quickly hid it. At that time, the math teacher also came and confiscated the makeup bag. That's the real reason why Su Young sneaked into the office. Jae-in wondered how Lian knew about it. No matter what, she warned Lian not to tell anyone. Otherwise, Su Young will be expelled from school. When the math teacher comes to class, he didn't forget the bet he made yesterday. After a long night, the teacher had found out about Jae-in. He was about to tell him his father's name. Jae-in told him the secret she discovered yesterday, although she didn't know who had infiltrated the office. But another thing is even more frightening. When she opened her makeup bag last night, she also found a pre-filled answer key. The answer key was hidden in the math teacher's drawer. It's obvious. It was the math teacher herself who leaked the questions. Before the teacher could say anything, Jae-in read out the names of the students on the answer key. Now, if we compare the answers, the truth will be clear. As the leak came out on the internet, the principal couldn't take the pressure of the internet. He had to fire the math teacher. On the rooftop, Jaein was about to ask Leon how she knew the numbers. Both of them received a call from the police at the same time. The police told them the peeping Tom from that day had been caught, so Leon was framed. Jaein had to apologize to Leanne. It's evening. Jaein saw Kang Sang-mo coming home from work and wanted to say hello, but Leon showed up with her, so she hid herself. Leon wanted to show off her heroic behavior at school today, but Kang Sang-mo scolded him for his sloppy work, and Jaein found out about Leon's superpower. At that moment, Leon also found Jaein hiding in the corner. Jaein always thought that her father was not the murderer. Now that she knows that Leon has the power of contact sensing, it gave Jaein hope. The next day, Jaein went to school. Leon was waiting for him. This made Jaein very happy, but what they didn't realize was that the ordeal had just begun. When Leon arrived at the school, the walls were covered with red letters. Jaein, the daughter of a murderer. After finding the tools on the floor, Leon sensed last night's image right away. It was the math teacher. By the time he got to the classroom, Jaein had already disappeared. Thinking of her helplessness when she saw the red letters, Leon went to the rooftop to look for her, but she wasn't here. She ran back to Jaein's place. The things inside had already been removed. Gossip made Jaein choose to hide again. That's when Leon saw the picture on the floor, the girl with her mouth stuffed with candy. Isn't that the person she met when she was a child? The scene goes to Kang Sang-mo. The senseless murder of Kim Kap-young of Long Job Agency reminds Kang Sang-mo of the Hammond nursing home case. All the victims had one distinctive feature. A 10mm stab wound to the abdomen ruptured the aorta and killed him, although Kim Kap-young's feet were chained. But the real fatal injury was to the abdomen. It's clear from this. The arsonist at Hammond nursing home was not the crazy woman Kim Kap-young said she was. The real murderer should be the mysterious person who killed Kim Kap-young. A few years later, Leon returned to her normal life, but she still thinks of Jaein from time to time. But it's a pity that after a few years, he still hasn't heard from Jaein. Today is the day of the written exam for the police post. Leon's score is a mess. Luckily, his senses have improved. As long as he can do it quietly, this test is basically no problem. When the paper was opened, his hand reached out to the candidate in front of him. The first time he sensed the candidate was at home studying for the exam. This is not what he wanted. When he was ready to try again, he was warned by the examiner. The sound of déjà vu resurfaced. He looked up. The police examiner in front of him is none other than the man he's been longing for, Jae-in. As the two of them shed their student status, the old case will be reopened. All the conspiracies will be revealed. 11 years ago, a lighter was placed in the microwave. As the temperature rises, a long-planned murder was ignited. On the eve of the incident, Tai-Hwa draped his security uniform over his daughter. He had always hoped that the residents of the apartment would keep the fire escape open, but while he was putting up a flyer, a man passed by the security booth. Seeing Jae-in sleeping inside, the corners of the man's mouth lifted slightly. After the explosion in the building, Jae-in woke up from her sleep. Pay attention, the security uniform that was draped over her has disappeared. Tai-Hwa quickly opened the window to evacuate the crowd. When she saw her daughter downstairs, she kept telling her not to worry. Unexpectedly, this kind man, he was eventually arrested as an arsonist and murderer. 11 years later, Jae-in chose to become a police officer in order to clear his father's name. But, although Jae-in became a police officer, but she was assigned to a remote precinct. Besides dealing with family matters, she didn't have access to big cases. On this day, Leon came to visit her at her workplace. At that moment, a woman ran in anxiously. Her daughter was missing. The girl she had just met had suddenly disappeared. Jae-in and Leon immediately started looking for her. That's when they realized the doll in the river was the same as the one in the girl's hand. The moment Leon touched it, the image that was left on the doll appeared. He saw a black suitcase. There was also a handful of human hair, where the zipper was locked. This scene made Leon a bit worried. He thought the girl had been killed, but the next moment, things took a turn for the worse. The girl suddenly appeared on the bridge. He thought it was a joke. Jae-in was about to leave when Leon stopped him. It's possible that the Muppet touched the suitcase. That's why he sensed something else. But there might be a body hidden in the suitcase. It wasn't long before a large number of police officers arrived at the scene. Jisoo also came to the scene. The preliminary finding is that it's a woman's body. The identity will have to be verified by the forensic pathologist. Leon promised Jisoo, even if she doesn't sleep tonight, she'll sense every blade of grass in the river, until the murderer is arrested. In front of the senior detective, Jae-in obviously won't give up the chance to show off. According to her theory, the suitcase probably came from the Han River, during a rainstorm a month ago. Now the river is drying up. That's why the suitcase was exposed. So this is definitely not the place of the crime. Afterwards, forensics took the victim's fingerprints. On the other side, Kang Seung-mo found out that Lian and Jae-in found the victim and quickly went to the crime scene. As the associates of the Wing Xing apartment case, the three of them got entangled again. What they don't know is, a truck driver was watching them from a distance. He is the man who passed by the security booth. When Kang Seung-mo and his mother moved into the Wing Xing apartment more than 10 years ago, they felt someone was following them. With a sharp knock on the door, Kang Seung-mo was relieved to see through the cat's eye that it was the community women's officer, because they were new tenants. So the director asked his mom to come over for a meeting to discuss how to fire Taiwan for promoting fire prevention. What we didn't expect was, Wing Xing apartment, there was a man in a hat staring at them. More than 10 years later, the mysterious man appeared again. This time, his target was the three people not far away. The next day, Lian took out the shoes she had stored for more than 10 years. Now that they are together again, he decided to tell the truth about his childhood. After he got into the car and left, the mysterious man pretended to be a courier. He came to Kang Seung-mo and Lian's place. Then he installed a surveillance camera above the building. On the other side, Lian found Jae-in. He took out the shoe that he had lost, but Jae-in forgot that memory. Maybe it's a good thing for Jae-in. Next, Kang Seung-mo made a request. He asked Jae-in to help train Lian's senses. A few years ago, Lian kicked a flower pot on the roof. Kang Seung-mo had heard the conversation, so the ability to sense is no longer a secret to the three of them. That night, Kang Seung-mo was going to check on the progress of the case of the dead woman in the suitcase. Curious Lian quietly followed him, but he didn't realize that when he turned the corner, a logistics truck overtook him. Realizing something was wrong, he immediately accelerated to catch up. It's obvious, the truck was targeting Kang Seung-mo. It wasn't long before Lian realized that the truck had suddenly stopped. He went to check it out. The driver had already disappeared. Just as Lian turned around, a man suddenly appeared and attacked Lian. On the other side, Jae-in felt something. The candies on the table fell all over the place, but she doesn't know what's going to happen. This way, Lian was stabbed in the stomach by a man. The man decides to get rid of this obstacle. It's a moment of crisis. Lian triggered her senses. A flashback appeared in front of her eyes. It's not only about Kang Seung-mo's student days. There are also scenes from the fire at Wing Xing apartment, and the man was there to see it all. Lian wanted to take off his hat, but he couldn't. At that moment, a couple discovered them. The man ran away immediately. After arriving at the hospital, Lian immediately told Kang Seung-mo what he had sensed. The latter seemed to know something but didn't say anything. After the operation, Lian is out of danger. Kang Seung-mo decided to pursue the case of the dead woman. After forensic examination, the victim is Kang Si-soo, the woman who disappeared from Hammond Nursing Home 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when they called Lian for induction, the woman was wearing a ring on her hand, but now the ring is missing from the body. And that's not all. The coroner's experience suggests that the body has been dead for at least 4 or 5 years. But the fire at Hammond Nursing Home happened 2 years ago. The time of the crime doesn't match up at all. Then who is Kang Si-soo, who had a work record at Hammond Nursing Home 2 years ago? At the same time, the elevator door of the hospital opens slowly. The man in the hat is already here. Lian doesn't know the danger that's coming. The sound of footsteps is approaching. He thought it was Typhoon who came to see him. Just as Lian rolled up the man as his brother, a woman's voice came from inside. It turned out to be Jae-in who came to visit him, and it was Jae-in's presence that made the mysterious man stop again. On the other side, the police are still investigating the Kang Si-soo case. Now, if they find the caretaker who impersonated Kang Si-soo 2 years ago, they may be able to solve the mystery of the luggage dumping case 5 years ago. Meanwhile, Ji-soo is also investigating the man who stabbed Lian, but the place where Lian was injured is a blind spot. There's no footage at all. A few days later, Kang Seung-mo gave Jae-in the training notes of Lian. Looking at the contents of the notes, Jae-in had a question. How much training is required to pass the test? Kang Seung-mo gave an important answer. He asked Jae-in to train until Lian could sense his images. After recovering from his injury, Lian and Typhoon came to Jae-in's precinct. After meeting Jae-in, Lian began to train his senses. The first step was to start with food. Apparently, Lian had a hard time with this approach. They went to the library. Jae-in picked out some books on criminal investigation and criminal psychology for Lian. Ji-soo's side of the case is not progressing. The coroner suggested that Lian could help. Then the body bag was opened. Lian gently put her fingers on the body. Then a miraculous scene happened. Lian saw a picture of the deceased's life through her senses. In a dilapidated building, a man came to Kang Si-soo with a hammer. Then the sledgehammer came down hard. With her senses overdrawn, Lian's head stung. From the picture, he also saw 2 black suitcases and a man with a hammer. This man is Kim Kap-young, the man who was killed. At the same time, Kang Seung-mo found the caregiver who worked at Hammond Nursing Home 2 years ago. She's the only survivor who saw the fake Kang Si-soo. Holding the final sketch, a smile appeared on Kang Sang-ma's face. What he doesn't know is that the mysterious man has already arrived at his doorstep. Through the previously installed surveillance equipment, the man quickly saw the unlock code on his cell phone. After entering the house, the man went straight to Kang Sang-ma's room. He found a photo of the mother and her son. Obviously, the woman in the photo is very important to him. When Kang Sang-mo arrived, Kang Si-soo's murderer was officially recognized. Unfortunately, when Ji-soo showed the mock-up to Lian, Lian said she didn't see him at the scene. Back home, in order to train her senses, Lian gave up her access card to unlock the door. He was going to use his sensing ability to get Kang Sang-ma's lock code, but when he touched the lock, a strange image appeared. A man in a hat skillfully pressed the code to enter the room. After opening the door, Lian looked around. Kang Sang-ma's room hadn't been tampered with. Then he went to his own room. The layout hadn't been touched either. It was only when Kang Sang-mo came back that he realized the picture frame with his mother was missing. Lian was puzzled. When he asked Kang Sang-mo if he knew him, Kang Sang-mo was silent. When he was a teenager, he planned to leave Korea forever and never wanted to see a man. So for a long time as a child, Lian didn't see Kang Sang-mo for a long time. Now that he chose to come back, Kang Sang-mo also overcame his inner fear. No matter what, both sides have to make a clean break. So he decided to find that man and kill him. That day when Lian was studying, he overheard two very important medical terms from the books: emotional dysfunction and affective aphasia. These two mental illnesses will lead us to the source of this conspiracy. On the other side, a background check on Kim Kap-young. The police found Long Job Agency. Long Job Agency is a black organization. They mainly focus on human trafficking. The targets are usually street sleepers and homeless people. Their IDs are stolen to make fake passports, or they'll get fake phones to make money twice. On this day, Kang Sang-mo is standing in front of his house. He'd spotted the surveillance equipment above him. The mysterious man was holding a cell phone in front of him. At this moment, both sides declared war. Kang Sang-mo inserted a USB drive into his computer. This is the subway security footage. After comparing and contrasting, a man in a hat appeared on the screen and went into a special subway corridor. Next, he found out the last phone call of Kim Kap-young from the head of Long Job Agency before the accident. On the day of the incident, looking at the mysterious man with a knife, Kim Kap-young realized that he might have been exposed. Kim Kap-young rushed to talk to the head of the agency. He told him to find a woman named Kim Song-hee at the Evergreen nursing home and take her to a safe place. When he arrived, the room was empty, except for the unfinished sweater on the table. He didn't even know what she looked like. The woman with the ring suddenly disappeared. Kang Sang-mo was cut off from the trail. His private interrogation investigation also caught Ji-soo's attention. From the Long Job Agency, Kim Song-hee's previous identity was Kang Si-soo, who disappeared 2 years ago. Apparently, Kang Sang-mo knew about it before she did. But why didn't he tell her? At the same time, Lian found an old dictionary in Kang Sang-ma's room. Words like happy and angry are all marked in the dictionary. Driven by curiosity, Lian immediately used his senses to see what was going on. Soon he realizes it's a conversation between Kang Sang-mo and his mother. Through the sensory images, Lian seemed to know something. In order to find out the whereabouts of the mysterious man, Kang Sang-mo imagined that he was the mystery man. Through the direction of each camera, in Jae-in's district, he slowly found out the whereabouts of the mysterious man. Why didn't the police have any clue about him? It's because he's familiarized himself with the surveillance locations in advance. All of his movements were in a blind spot. The reason why he did this: Kang Sang-mo just wanted to protect Jae-in. When he was a child, Jae-in made him realize what a smile is. He's been harboring a strange feeling in his heart for a long time. The reason why he gave Jae-in to Lian is that he knows he's not compatible with each other at all. At the same time, the forensic pathologist discovered a secret from his past investigations. Whether it's the fake Kang Si-soo or the now vanished Kim Sung-hyun, their simulated portraits point to one person. That person is Kang Sang-ma's mother, Kang Yoon-ju. In the Wing-shing apartment case, because the ID card was in the wallet, the charred body was exempted from the DNA test, and Kang Sang-mo seems to know that his mother is still alive. But why didn't he say anything? What's the secret behind it? In order to investigate the truth behind Kang Yoon-ju's death, she went back to the witnesses at the time. Looking at the photo in her hand, the eyewitness is also lost in his memories. She then confirmed the woman with the ring at Hammond nursing home was Kang Yoon-ju, Kang Sang-ma's mother. At that moment, Ji-soo received a call from her subordinates. They found Kim Song-hee's medical records from a month ago. The location was on an island. Before making the call, Kang Sang-mo had already confirmed Kim Song-hee's case. The most important thing is that the former submitted a request for indefinite suspension after confirming the case. He has been out of contact. He decided to use violence as a means of redemption. On the other side, Jae-in was in a hurry to go out. She bumped into a man wearing a hat. As her cell phone fell to the ground, something bad happened. At the same time, Lian saw the map Kang Sang-mo left for him in his room. The map accurately marked all the surveillance locations in Jae-in's jurisdiction. When his senses were triggered, Leon saw Kang Sang-ma's presence on every date he had with Jae-in. What the hell is going on here? On the last page of the map, Kang Sang-mo even put a label on it. It says, Jae-in is counting on you. It's obvious. It's some kind of warning or even last words. Then he dialed Kang Sang-ma's number. There was no answer on the phone. Then Ji-soo called. Leon realized from the phone call, Kang Sang-ma's mother wasn't dead. Before that, Kang Sang-mo personally approached Jae-in. He told him that Tai Hwa is not the murderer of Wing Xing apartment. The identity of the real killer will be revealed soon. Hearing that Kang Sang-mo also left a map of Jae-in's jurisdiction, Ji-soo instantly thought of what Kang Sang-mo said to her earlier. That person will destroy all the people he cherishes. That's why no matter what conflicts they have now, she had to go to Jae-in's place right away. When Leon arrived, the police force was already off duty, but just when he was about to call Jae-in, Jae-in's cell phone was ringing on the side of the road. Looking at the cell phone on the ground, Leon finally realized that Jae-in might be in trouble. The camera on top was already damaged. This is a plan that has been in the works for a long time. In order to find him as soon as possible, Leon touched the cell phone gently. In an instant, the remaining images appeared. With Jae-in's gaze, the man in the hat was finally revealed. When she saw this, Leon also thought of the image of herself being stabbed and the man who appeared when the lock code was broken. They're both the same person. Jae-in was tied up with a chain around her ankles. She was lying in the pool, unable to move. She woke up a short time later. She struggled but couldn't break free. Jae-in recalled that she was going out to look for Kang Sang-mo, but she bumped into a man wearing a hat. When she was about to bend down to pick up her cell phone, the mysterious man instantly covered her mouth and nose from behind. Jae-in lost her ability to resist. When she woke up, she was already tied up here. As her mind kept recalling, Jae-in also remembered the events of her childhood. That night more than 10 years ago, she was sleeping in the security room. However, her father's uniform was taken away from her. That man was the one who kidnapped her. When he came in, he didn't hurt Jae-in directly. Instead, he dialed Kang Sang-ma's number. Meanwhile, Leon is anxiously opening the map. He's searching the area where the mysterious man might be hiding. Through his sensing ability, he touches the wall next to him over and over again. Although this method is like looking for a needle in a haystack, but it's the only way to help. To prevent Jae-in from escaping, the man put steel pins in the chains on his feet. At that time, the police arrived at the precinct. This is Ji-soo's order. She also searched the island for Kang Sang-mo and Kang Yoon-ju. Unfortunately, there was no sign of them. Jae-in's only boss has changed his lazy behavior. Now that his subordinate is still alive, this provoked his anger. It's not long now. Leanne's ability to sense has been exhausted. Until now, he still hasn't found any clues about Jae-in. At that moment, the mystery man drove out. The precinct is now covered in security. The man can only bet that the police don't have any real information about him. When he was checked, the police didn't suspect him. They opened the trunk and found nothing suspicious, so they let him go. That's when they received the video information about the murderer. The police suddenly realized the person they just let go is the one who kidnapped Jae-in. The police immediately pursued him with their cars. Jae-in sighed. The pool has begun to drain. If we don't get help in time, Jae-in will be in danger. At that moment, Leon came to a dilapidated building. Her finger touched the doorknob. The ability to sense is triggered again. This is where Jae-in was kidnapped. Jae-in had lost consciousness due to lack of oxygen. Luckily, Leon finally arrived. Jae-in was rushed to the hospital. The police are now chasing the murderer with all their might. Unfortunately, he escaped in the end. Ji-soo also found a clinic on the island. She took out Kang Yoon-ju's photo. The doctor said a woman came here 2 years ago. Just yesterday, he told Kang Sang-mo the same thing. But Kang Yoon-ju has left the island and doesn't live here. 2 years ago, Kang Yoon-ju came to the island? For some reason she decided to commit suicide. Luckily, the villagers found her. After she recovered, she left the island. She only left a ring on her bed. The ring was taken by Kang Sang-mo, who came here yesterday. But Ji-soo doesn't understand why Kang Yoon-ju chose to commit suicide. The only way to find out is to find Kang Sang-mo. At the hospital, Leon chose to stay alone to take care of Jae-in. All of this, Kang Sang-mo could only watch from afar. Whether it was the mother's choice to commit suicide, or Jae-in's kidnapping, he knew that man was involved. He was about to embark on a life of sin. Kang Sang-mo went to the church alone to confess. Leon's father was also a cop and gave him a business card. There were many times Kang Sang-mo thought that if he had gone to the police for help, maybe it wouldn't have turned out this way. Since he didn't make up his mind, I had to let him end it now. When Jae-in recovered completely, Ji-soo brought all the case files to the precinct. This time, they not only want to find out the truth, They have to find a way to stop Kang Sang-mo, although they haven't found him yet. But Lian knows Kang Sang-mo will kill him once he finds him. According to the investigation records, Kang Sang-mo was born in 1987, but his birth registration is from 1996. There's a 9-year gap. He hasn't been registered for 9 years, and the household registration is still under Kang Yoon-ju's name, but Kang Yoon-ju has no record of a spouse. Kang Sang-mo once said that his father had already passed away. What's going on here? In order to find out the truth, the trio quickly went to Kang Sang-mo's birthplace hoping to find some clues. It's an old steel mill. It's obvious. No one has been here for a long time. At that moment, Lian found a small door. With the touch of her finger, the previous image flashed back. Kang Sang-mo was actually here. Judging from the footprints on the floor, it wasn't that long ago. It looks like an office. There are also traces of human fingerprints on the file cabinet. It's a recent touch. The door must have been opened. Then, Lian took out her cell phone to light up the room. It's dark inside. Kind of like a basement. How could a factory have such a secret basement? Just as Lian was about to go down to check, suddenly he came back, and then, a little boy ran out of the room. It's an eerie scene that sends shivers down your spine. Ji-soo also received a call from the coroner. According to the fingerprints of the mysterious man, there's no trace of his identity. However, the fingerprints lead to a related case. It's a case that happened in 1996 at Kang Sang-mo's birthplace. At that time, a man locked up a woman and her child in the basement for 9 years. This coincides with the time difference between Kang Sang-mo's birth registration. It was also a time Kang Sang-mo remembered as a child. The narrow passageway is only big enough for one person. Not long after, a rusty cage appears in the dark basement. Pull the switch. A shocking image emerges. Who could have imagined? A mother and son lived here for 9 years. Looking at everything in front of her, Ji-soo wept. Since her college days, she loved Kang Sang-mo, but when she realized the truth behind it, she couldn't help but feel sad. She could only excuse herself to go to the local police station to learn more about the case. In fact, Lian was the one who was most shocked by this incident. He never imagined Kang Sang-mo's childhood to be like this. Leaving Jae-in behind, he decided to explore Kang Sang-mo's past life. Looking at Kang Sang-mo's height record on the wall, Lian couldn't help but touch it. Images of that time appeared. It was a young girl who kept begging to be left alone. Kang Yoon-ju was only 18 years old at the time. In the blink of an eye, the former girl has changed. A new life was born in her womb. Soon Kang Sang-mo was born. Years passed by. Kang Sang-mo grew up. Kang Yoon-ju vowed to get his son out of the cage. As time passes, Kang Yoon-ju realized that Kang Sang-mo, who had no contact with the outside world, rarely spoke. Most of the time, he just sat there. So she dressed up and prayed to see a man. She asked for a dictionary so Kang Sang-mo could read and write. Otherwise, she would not be able to feel the warmth of the outside world. Kang Sang-mo would become a monster, although the man was reluctant. But for the sake of his beloved Kang Yoon-ju, he compromised. From the dictionary, Kang Sang-mo learned a lot about the outside world. Through Kang Yoon-ju's careful education, his personality is slowly changing. Unfortunately, his mother let go of his mind, but the physical constraints remained. Years later, Kang Sang-mo was still unable to break free from this confinement. Sensing Kang Sang-mo's tragic past, Lian couldn't hold back his tears. Meanwhile, Ji-soo went to the file storage room. She found a case from 1996. Mother and son escaped from the cage. They wanted to come to the police station for help, but when they were questioned by the police, they didn't know anything, except a pile of chains. The police had no clue, although they finally found the suspect, Kang Jens, but since he was not registered, the case became an unsolved one. The name Kang Jens is the only information Kang Yoon-ju has. However, this information is not useful to the police. In the end, the case was closed. When Ji-soo asked about the evidence left behind, the local police told him, the victim took it away a few years ago. I heard that the victim's son is now a prosecutor. From the file, Ji-soo saw a very important piece of information. As a child, Kang Sang-mo suffered from emotional aphasia and dysphoria. These are probably inherited from Kang Jens. Jae-in couldn't believe it. But it was true. All of Kang Sang-mo's expressions could be faked. But if that's the case, how could Kang Jens fall in love with Kang Yoon-ju? Then they got the answer from the medical examiner. Emotional dysfunction occurs only when the amygdala is naturally small, but this problem can be changed through training or some kind of opportunity. In Kang Jens's case, meeting Kang Yoon-ju could be that opportunity. She was the first person who made him feel love without emotions. That's why he's been obsessed with Kang Yoon-ju all his life. Emotional aphasia is different from dysphoria. It can be changed with effort. I think that's why Kang Sang-mo is trying to learn how to manage his emotions. When Jae-in came to the basement, Lian had already passed out on the floor. He was mentally weak from overdrawing his senses for a long time. While Lian and Jae-in were still investigating, Kang Sang-mo was already on the move. From the previous surveillance footage, he went into the special subway corridor, where Kang Jens often appears. The battle between father and son is about to begin. Leon and Jae-in followed the clues and arrived at the subway station. They went into the special corridor. The environment inside is just as expected. Very few people come here. Suddenly, Jae-in found a package. Inside was Kang Jens's murder weapon. With a clue and evidence, Jae-in quickly called Ji-soo to report the situation. However, a strange scene occurred. Kang Jens didn't put the photos in the bag. Instead, Kang Sang-mo put it here on purpose. Leon couldn't figure out why Kang Sang-mo put it there. At that moment, there were footsteps in the distance. The two of them hid quickly. They were facing each other from a distance. Then the man turned around and ran away. Leon immediately started to chase after him. Suddenly something fell on the ground. Through contact sensing, a puzzling image reappears. This is Kang Yoon-ju, who disappeared a long time ago. What's she doing at the subway station? Is she planning to kill Kang Jens? After knocking him down, Jae-in was very confused about Kang Yoon-ju's appearance. Maybe he's weak. That's why he fainted after he fell. Why did Kang Sang-mo design this place to look like Kang Jens was here? Kang Yoon-ju didn't come here by chance? All sorts of thoughts come to mind. Leon recalled the image he sensed earlier. From the image, he captured a very important message. Kang Sang-mo has been in the subway station, but the station is different from theirs. Kang Sang-mo has already met with the mysterious man. Looking at the traps placed on the ground, Kang Sang-mo was not impressed. All this only makes him more determined to kill him. For this revenge, Kang Sang-mo has been in hiding for 30 years. 30 years of patience and hiding finally came out in this moment. Before the young Kang Sang-mo, Kang Jens was powerless. Just as he was about to finish off the monster in front of him, a gunshot broke the fight between the two. It was Ji-soo. Ji-soo doesn't want Kang Sang-mo to get lost, but Kang Sang-mo knew that if he let the man in front of him escape, those who are important to him will suffer a terrible revenge. That's why he wanted Ji-soo to stay out of it. At that moment, Kang Jens opened the left valve. A large amount of gas came out, and Kang Sang-mo instantly retreated. At that moment, Kang Jens appeared behind Ji-soo and launched a sneak attack. Then he quickly escaped. On the other side, Jae-in also received the news that the suspect had escaped. She called Leon and told him about Ji-soo's death. At that moment, he saw Kang Jens escaping from the subway station. He didn't have time to talk to Jae-in. He immediately chased after him. And then, Leon knocked Kang Jens down on the railroad tracks. Whether it's the Wing-shing apartment case, or Kang Sang-mo, who was lost in the past, have a lot to do with the man in front of me. From the sense of contact, Leon also saw that the real killer of Hammond Nursing Home 2 years ago was Kang Jens. However, there is a reversal in the scene from that year. After Kang Jens found Kang Yoon-ju, he's going to move her immediately. But on the way, there was Kim Kap-young from Long Job Agency. Soon Kang Jens was defeated by him, but Kim Kap-young didn't kill him for some reason. Then Leon used his senses again. He saw the footage of the Hammond Nursing Home after the tragedy. After being intercepted by Kim Kap-young, Kang Jens didn't succeed in transferring Kang Yoon-ju. The person who really took Kang Yoon-ju away was actually Kang Sang-mo. That's when the police came. Leon asked Kang Jens again about the truth, but Kang Jens told him that Kang Sang-mo was the real murderer. Leon couldn't believe it. On the way to the police station, Kang Jens was planning his escape. Soon after, when he heard the news that the culprit had escaped, Jae-in's face changed. Kang Yoon-ju clasped his hands in panic. Back at the temporary shelter, Kang Sang-mo stares at the map on the wall. Ji-soo died for him. He decided to take revenge in a different way. He speculates on the possible hiding places of the culprits. His years of experience in the field have given him a deep understanding of the culprit's movements. Soon he found a possible area. He took down the map and took out all the information about the people involved and prepared to wait for them. Ji-soo's death also made Leon depressed. With many questions unanswered, he started checking Kang Sang-mo's room hoping to find some clues. Then something on the table triggered his senses. On the screen, Kang Sang-mo placed a pile of information on the table and highlighted the subway stations. This was all planned in advance. And then, Leon touches the Rubik's Cube on the table. Kang Yoon-ju gave this cube to Kang Sang-mo. Kang Sang-mo also gave his mother a ring, so Kang Sang-mo knew Kang Yoon-ju was still alive all along. Leon called Jae-in. He told him what happened. Kang Sang-mo left the information about the subway station because he didn't want them to die. Kang Yoon-ju's appearance in the subway was the same, but they forgot about Ji-soo. That's what led to the tragedy in the end. If Kang Sang-mo has been in contact with Kang Yoon-ju, why did you have a mock-up made of her before? What Leon cares most about now is the truth about the Wing-shing apartment case. If Kang Jens didn't start the fire, and the murderer wasn't Tai-hwa, then who caused the tragedy? Now Kang Sang-mo and Kang Jens are nowhere to be found. The only person who can answer is Kang Yoon-ju, so they want to hear Kang Yoon-ju's explanation. In the interrogation room, Kang Yoon-ju also gave part of the story. It's not that she didn't want to come out and tell everyone that she was still alive. It's the fear in her heart that made her afraid to come forward. For years, no matter how much the mother and son ran away, that man always found them. Kang Jens is not registered. If the police can't help, it was a disaster for them. In the end, She simply lived on as a dead woman, so that Kang Jens would stop looking for her. However, Jae-in asked if she had any contact with Kang Sang-mo after the Wing Xing apartment case. When Jae-in asked if she was in contact with Kang Sang-mo, Kang Yoon-ju denied it. That's an obvious lie. In the contact induction, Leon clearly saw them meeting. Go back 2 years to Hammond nursing home. One night, Kang Yoon-ju received a call from Kang Jens. He told Kang Yoon-ju that as long as she didn't show up, he would kill a person at the nursing home every 30 minutes. In order to stop Kang Jens from killing innocent people, Kang Yoon-ju could only risk going to Hammond nursing home. But Leon knew Kang Yoon-ju was avoiding a very important issue. Kang Jens wasn't the killer in the Wing Xing apartment case. Kang Jens also seems to know who the real killer is. Next, Jae-in showed Kim Kap-young's photo. Kang In-ju admitted that Kim Kap-young helped her to fake her identity. From Park Soo-young to Kang Si-soo and finally Kim Song-hee, Jae-in guessed that Park Soo-young and Kang Si-soo died because Kim Kap-young killed each other to cover Kang Yoon-ju's identity. Only by killing the original owner, Kang Yoon-ju can be spared, but Kang Yoon-ju denied it. She didn't know it would turn out like this. She came to Hammond nursing home with Kim Kap-young. When she came in, the people in the room had already been killed. Until Kang Jens showed up, he took a bucket of gasoline and poured it on the floor. Then he anesthetized Kang Yoon-ju. Kang Jens was finally stopped by Kim Kap-young. Here, Kang Yoon-ju avoided another question. The person who took her away in the end was actually Kang Sang-mo. When she woke up, Kang Yoon-ju moved to another place and used Kim Song-hee's identity. After the interrogation, Kang Yoon-ju was exhausted. When she was about to fall, Leon caught her. Senses are triggered again. Through their conversation, Leon got the answer he was looking for. Kang Jens must be lying. He could never have imagined the arsonist of Wing Xing apartment was actually Kang Sang-mo when he was a teenager. On the other side, Kang Jens went to an abandoned clinic, but when he opened the door, Kang Sang-mo was already waiting for him. Facing a decades-old rival, Kang Jens chose to back down. As he was in a hurry to leave, he came to a sudden stop. All of Kang Sang-mo's pain is now returned to Kang Jens. The reason why he came to this point, Kang Sang-mo had planned for the worst. In order to protect his mother, he became the monster he hated. There's another reason why he made a big deal out of it, to draw the attention of the authorities. There are monsters like them in society. It's because there's a loophole in the administrative system. If every citizen was treated equally, then people like Kang Jens, who have a broken heart, wouldn't exist. As a prosecutor, Kang Sang-mo already knew that the case of the mother and son trapped in the cage had already passed the retroactive period. Kang Jens's chances of being punished are very low. For this reason, he had to get rid of his role as a prosecutor and take revenge in a different way. The police have also clarified all of Kang Sang-mo's connections. In addition to Kang Jens as a key suspect, Kang Sang-mo has also become a key target of investigation. According to Kang Yoon-ju's statement, if she didn't order Kim Kap-young to kill Park Soo-young and Kang Si-soo, then it's very likely that Kang Sang-mo is the mastermind behind this. From what Kim Kap-young said about the high-ranking guest in the censor image, that high-ranking VIP is the key to the combination of the government and the criminals. With the help of the government as a cover, that's the reason why long job agency lasts. Moreover, Kang Jens denied that he was the murderer in the Wing Xing apartment case. He pointed the finger at Kang Sang-mo when he was a teenager. In order to protect his mother, who had been victimized for a long time, he imitated all the characteristics of Kang Jens's crimes. This gave Kang Sang-mo a motive to commit the crime. Kang Sang-mo is currently chasing Kang Jens. He wants to kill him. That's why Jae-in thinks that investigating Kang Sang-mo will be more efficient than Kang Jens. Now, if Kang Yoon-ju wants to talk, he needs concrete evidence. At that moment, Leon thought of the sensory image from before. Kang Sang-mo was planning not to return to Korea. In other words, if we can find the exit records of both mother and son, we can prove that they have a close relationship. Soon after, Jae-in found out that Kang Yoon-ju was using Park Soo-young's identity. Kang Yoon-ju had been in Canada from 2009 to 2013. Leon also found Kang Sang-mo's passport at home. Kang Sang-mo was also in Canada as an exchange student during that time. She didn't return until 2010. Since then, he has traveled between the two countries many times. The last date of entry, December 1st, 2013. That's only one day after Kang Yoon-ju's entry on December 2nd. It's actually quite safe in Canada. Why did Kang Sang-mo come back? I heard from the police. Long job agency was under investigation. He was afraid that his mother's identity would be exposed, so he chose to return home. Then Kang Yoon-ju changed her identity to Kang Si-soo. In order to eliminate the problem forever, Kim Kap-young killed the original owners of Park Soo-young and Kang Hee-suk's identities. It's now safe to assume Kim Kap-young's VIP is Kang Sang-mo. However, Kang Yoon-ju's detention period has expired. His request to extend his detention was denied. At this time, Kang Sang-mo, who had been missing for a long time, walked into the police station. He came to pick up Kang Yoon-ju, but before leaving, he agreed to make a statement in front of the former prosecutor. Jae-in, who just joined the police force, is no match for him. Regardless of the speculation, Kang Sang-mo needs direct evidence to speak. Leon was slowly nurtured by him. The ability to sense contact is even more illusory, except that it can help solve crimes. Otherwise, no one would believe it. In the end, Kang Sang-mo blamed all the murders on Kang Jens. Even when he met Lian, he said the same thing. He told everyone that he was willing to come and cooperate with the investigation at any time. In the heat of the moment, Lian ran into Kang Sang-mo. When he triggered his senses, the tortured Kang Jens appeared. From their conversation, Kang Sang-mo seems to have set up another trap, and he's the only one who knows about it. The police have no knowledge of Kang Jens's kidnapping. They have no evidence of Kang Jens's kidnapping. Luckily, Lian sensed Kang Jens in captivity. Kang Jens alone is involved in many cases. Once he's dead, not only is Kang Sang-mo at large, the Wing Xing apartment case will be completely lost. For this reason, Lian and Jae-in found Kang Sang-mo again. Before the former could speak, Lian triggered his senses. Several landmarks appeared on the screen. This is what you see from the first viewpoint. In other words, if we find a place where we can see several landmarks, we can find out where Kang Jens is being held. In order not to worry his mother, Kang Sang-mo had to take Lian outside to talk. Lian wanted to know where Kang Jens was being held, but Kang Sang-mo couldn't tell her anything. But Kang Sang-mo couldn't tell him. Mother and son would continue to live in hell. To Lian, this was a very selfish thing to do. He punched Kang Sang-mo in the face. Although Kang Sang-mo had been tortured by Kang Goon-hak for decades, even if he killed him, it wouldn't be too much to ask. But he wasn't the only victim. There were also Lian and Jae-in. In the room, Kang Yoon-ju also apologized to Jae-in. Now she won't run away anymore. She'll stand up for everything. When she saw the news that Park Soo-young and Kang Si-soo were killed by Kim Kap-young, because she couldn't bear the guilt in her heart, Kang Yoon-ju tried to kill herself. When she woke up, she instantly stopped thinking about it. She decided to take care of Kang Goon-jae herself. That's why she showed up in the subway. The unexpected thing is, it was just Kang Sang-mo's way of protecting her. He made the three of them meet in the subway. Jae-in thought that her father was the murderer. When Tai-wah was in jail, during the time when Lian was without her parents, this is the punishment for both mother and son. So in order to alleviate the guilt, Kang Sang-mo adopted Lian and secretly sponsored Jae-in's education. This is the reason why the fates of the three are intertwined. Next, Lian and Jae-in started to investigate Kang Jens's possible place of imprisonment. Judging from his injuries, they need to find him as soon as possible. Otherwise, Kang Jens won't be able to hold out before Kang Sang-mo does. After hearing Jae-in's words last night, Kang Yoon-ju seems to have come to her senses. She wants her son not to hide himself. She also wants to see everything end at Kang Sang-mo's hands. At the same time, Kim Soo-young, who hadn't been seen for a long time, found his father. It was because of his testimony that Tai-wah became a murderer. Now she wants to reconfirm the truth of what happened back then. As father and daughter argue, the scene goes back to the Wing Xing apartment during the fire. At that time, Tai-wah was directing the tenants to flee the scene. Kim Soo-young and his father were among them. Smoke is filling the air. The man picked up the security uniform on the ground and covered Kim Soo-young's mouth and nose. This blood-stained shirt became the direct evidence of Tai-wah's murder. Although this is a bit ridiculous, but at that time, the case was too influential. The police couldn't handle the public pressure. They had to close the case in this way. Afterwards, Kim Soo-young called Jae-in to apologize for the incident. On this day, after Kang Yoon-ju's persuasion, Kang Sang-mo let go of his obsession. A phone call revealed the location of the crime scene. Lian immediately went to the scene to check it out. By comparing it with the sensor image, he was able to pinpoint the place where Kang Jens was imprisoned. That building is now the unoccupied Wing Xing apartment. By this time, Kang Sang-mo has already arrived at the apartment. In an instant, a large number of police officers cordoned off the entire building. They not only want to find Kang Jens, they want to catch Kang Sang-mo. As they continue to search the building, they came to the door of room 702. This is the layout Kang Sang-mo left behind. In a small room, they finally found Kang Jens. After confirming, the latter is not dead. After taking him to the hospital, the only target left is Kang Sang-mo. While leaving, Lian inadvertently touched the bolt. With the images that should have appeared, the case will be completely reversed from this moment on. As a teenager, Kang Sang-mo came to the women's conference in his mother's place. As he knelt down to tie his shoes, he could hear someone's footsteps approaching, along with the sound of a suitcase being dragged. That person is Kang Jens. At that moment, they were only one door away from each other, until Kang Jens realized that the mother and son were not in the room. That's when things took a turn for the worse. He opened the suitcase and took out the dagger inside to prepare for the worst. Unexpectedly, Kang Sang-mo didn't choose to have the meeting here. He went back to his previous place. He saw the suitcase on the floor. He quickly went through the contents. What was Kang Jens's purpose? Until he saw a finger sticking out of the suitcase, Kang Sang-mo realized. Kang Jens had thought of a way to get rid of Kang Yoon-ju. He also found a wallet with Kang Yoon-ju's ID from the fake body. What he saw in front of his eyes, Kang Sang-mo instantly had the same idea as Kang Jens. Then he put on a security uniform and knocked on the door of the women's director's room. While the woman was questioning his voice, Kang Sang-mo stabbed the woman in the abdomen with great speed. Lee-en, who is on the video screen, is also lying on the floor in pain as if she had been hit hard. At that time, Kang Sang-mo didn't stop, but instead mimicked Kang Jens's style of operation and extended the knife to the other two women. The decades-old murder case was finally unveiled at this moment. After killing everyone, Kang Sang-mo was terrified. For the sake of his mother's freedom, he decided to continue. After removing the fake entities from the suitcase, and added a set of tableware to the table, that's how the scene of his mother's fake death was satisfied. Then he cut the gas pipe, and put the lighter in the microwave. It was the perfect way to pull off the crime. Then he took off his security uniform, and threw it in the corridor. This is the whole process of the Wing Xing apartment case. When he sensed this, Lee-en gradually lost his breath. When Jae-in found him, he had already stopped his heartbeat. In the other room, Kang Sang-mo slowly closed his eyes. The reason why he chose this place, he also wanted to end it all from the beginning. On the other side, Lee-en was saved. After realizing the truth, he told Jae-in what happened. This is the result that neither of them wanted to hear. At that moment, Lee-en thought of a place where Kang Sang-mo could be. This place is Lee-en's former home. In the past, Kang Sang-mo wanted to come here for help many times, because Lee-en's father was a police officer at that time. Unfortunately, it's too late now. The reason why he chose this path, he wanted to protect his mother. From the moment he opened the suitcase, Kang Sang-mo knew what they were planning. At that time, he thought that if he put someone in jail, it would all be over immediately. So he killed a lot of people to get the police's attention, although he knew it was the wrong choice. But he couldn't stop. Decades passed. Kang Sang-mo always knew he was the child of a monster. The explosion from the fire back then, it was the first time he felt fear and terror. Ironically, he chose to become a monster. That was the moment he realized his guilt and sin. That's when the emotional barrier was broken. That's why he sacrificed himself to save Lee-en. Hearing that, Lee-en couldn't accept it at all. But now, there's nothing to do but regret. Kang Sang-mo didn't run away, but held out his hands and waited for the law to take its course. In the hospital, Kang Jens was saved. In the interrogation room, Kang Sang-mo confessed to all the crimes in the Wing Xing apartment case. On the day of the trial, no matter what the judge says, Kang Jens denied being the murderer. Until Kang Yoon-ju testified in court, there was no sign of change in this vicious man. Go back in time to when they were young. At that time, Kang Jens was a vagrant with no name and no identity. Kang Yoon-ju was the only one who could read and write at the construction site. The girl quickly wrote the word Jens on the ground. She wanted him to stop living on the streets. It was the appearance of this girl. Kang Jens broke the emotional barrier. After hearing Kang Yoon-ju's name, he also gave his name a family name. That's how Kang Jens came to be. Now that the vicious man has been arrested, with Kang Yoon-ju as his witness, the judge immediately handed down the death sentence. The battle between good and evil has finally come to an end. Kang Sang-mo confessed to the crime and was forgiven by the victim's family. The judge took into account that he was imprisoned by his father for 9 years. The final sentence is 13 years in prison. At the end of the movie, Lee-en and Jae-in get together. Tai Hwa is also released from prison. If you're interested, please like and follow us. See you next time.